Hi everybody, so welcome back to another video. Now I've had some comments asking me if it's possible to color a picture directly in real time in a PowerPoint presentation. It is possible. You just have to learn a little bit of computer programming or coding. So let me just show you what we're going to build today. So on the left, I have a color palette, and on the right, I have a picture that can be colored in. So what we can do is we can choose a color. The paintbrush will change into that color to let us know what color is selected. And then we can choose any part of this picture to color in red. Okay, I can choose any color here. So yellow, and I can color anything I want in this picture. And this is directly in slideshow mode in real time. You don't have to keep exiting the presentation all the time. So in today's lesson, we're going to learn how to build something like this. Okay, it's going to be so much fun, and can't wait to dive in. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, welcome to the lesson, everybody. So what I've done here is I've just made like some kind of color palette here. I've also just put some shapes here. It's very easy to do. We've already learned how to do this. So you can make your own kind of shape. And again, you could just take like a circle and you could just put different colors in here. So I don't know, red, and then you can just copy that one and then change that one to orange, etc. And then exactly the same for this paintbrush. So that should be quite easy because I've already made a lesson teaching you how to create shapes and how to create any kind of pictures you want. So we're going to start by making some kind of area like our canvas. I'm going to put the background to white, make sure the border is black. Okay, and what I'm going to do here, just for simplicity, is I'm just going to take some already existing shapes, like the star. Let's put another one. Maybe I'll take, okay, I'll take a moon, and I'll take one more. Okay, I'll just put an arrow here. All right, so I've got some shapes. My Hello Kitty one at the beginning of the video, I made that myself. It's very important that no matter what shape you draw, the shapes must be completed. Otherwise, you will not be able to fill that shape's color later. All right, so first things first, I need to write some code which can first change this paintbrush to a selected color that I have chosen here. So there are two things I need to do. I need to make a variable which will track what color is being chosen. And at the same time, when I click on the color, the paintbrush should also change to that color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this shape over here. And I'm going to make sure that this is called brush. So it is called brush. All right, if you don't know how to rename this, you can just double click and you can write whatever you want here. So I've called this brush. Okay, so that's the easy part done. So now it's time to get into a bit of coding. So what you need is the developer tab. So if you don't have this one, it's very easy. Go to File, then you want to go to Options. You want to go to Customize Ribbon here. And then you want to come on the right-hand side, scroll down until you see Developer, and make sure this is ticked. And once it's ticked, you click OK, and it will appear here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Developer and then Visual Basic. You should have a module here. If you don't, you can just go to Insert and Class Module, and we can start writing our code. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put dim RGB as variant. So what this is doing is I've made a variable called RGB, and I'm making sure the computer knows that that variable is able to change. Okay, so that's where the computer is going to store the color. All right, so now we need some code that's going to use this variable. So I'm going to start like we did in the previous lesson. So we know how to write a little piece of code. So I'm going to put choose color, and then I'm going to put O, which means shape, as shape. So I'm just basically telling the computer, take the color of a shape. And choose color is going to be the name of our code. All right, so now RGB equals O dot fill dot for color dot RGB. Okay, so now what I'm saying is that RGB is whatever the foreground color is of the shape that is clicked. Okay, so now this doesn't mean much, but then when I have run this code, I want the brush to fill in that color. So I'm going to write active presentation dot slides one, because that's the slide we are on, dot shapes. And then here I'm going to write brush, because that's the name of our shape. I'm going to close that. Dot fill foreground or for color dot RGB, and we're going to put equals RGB. All right, so what I'm saying here is I'm telling PowerPoint that this is the shape brush on slide one, and I want this color to equal the color that we have stored in this variable up here. Okay, so time to put this into practice. So let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the red. I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to go to the run macro and select choose color. It's the only macro we have. And I'm going to do the same for all of these other ones. Okay, so this one should take me a moment. Okay, it's a bit strange to have a white there, but we'll have it there just in case. Okay, so now I have all of these. So now it's time to test this one. Make sure you save it as, and then what you want to do is you want to put a PowerPoint macro enabled presentation. Okay, because macros are the code, and we need that to run the code. Okay, so let's have a look. So right now, if I click on the color, okay, good, it's made the brush change into this color. So when I click on this, it saves the red color in the RGB variable, and then it makes the brush as the same color as the RGB variable. So let's make sure it works for the other ones. Okay, excellent. So we got this working. So now, like I just said, we know the color of the shape. It's stored in the variable, and we've made the paintbrush into that selected color. So now what we need is we need another piece of code that can then take that RGB color and apply it to these shapes. Okay, so let's go back into our developer tab. All right, so this time I'm going to put sub paint color, and then I'm going to do the same as the beginning. O as shape. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this piece of code up here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it here, and this time I'm going to reverse the equals RGB. I'm going to put it at the end. Okay. All right. So let's see what this does if I put it onto something in the picture. So let me take the star, and I'm going to put the paint color macro. So paint color. I'll do the same with the moon. Paint color. And I'll do the same with the arrow. Paint color. All right. So let's see what happens this time. So let me take orange, and I'll apply it to the arrow. Okay, perfect. Let's take the yellow and apply it to the star. Green, let's apply it to the moon. I can change the color if I wish until I'm happy. Okay, so that's working absolutely perfectly. If I want to reset, I can just click the white and reset the picture if I wish. And that is how you can do an interactive color in picture directly in slideshow mode on the slide. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Take care, everybody.